If you feel like you are constantly fighting battles in your life, this prayer will show you how to stand firm in the victory God has already given you. Lord, you saw that there was no man and no intercessor. So you intervened yourself, and your own righteousness brought salvation. No human effort could restore what was broken. So you stepped in by your own power. You put on righteousness as a breastplate and a helmet of salvation upon your head. Thank you for giving me your righteousness as a gift. It protects my heart from accusation and silences every voice of unworthiness. I do not stand in my own effort. I stand in what you have already done. I do not fight for victory. I stand in the victory you have already won. When the enemy comes like a flood, your spirit lifts up a standard against him. Your word sets the boundary in my life and declares this far and no further. By your word, I define what is allowed in my life. I align with your truth against sickness, against poverty, and against every form of oppression. The enemy cannot cross the boundary you have established. I am strong in you and in the strength of your might. I draw from your strength within me, and I enforce what you have already done. I do not try to defeat the enemy. I stand in your finished work. I do not fight for victory. I stand in the victory you have already won. I put on your whole armor, and I stand against every deception. I refuse to believe what contradicts your word. I choose truth over what I feel. Your armor keeps me grounded, steady, and established in truth. My battle is not against people, but against spiritual forces. I stand in faith and remain stable in your word. By your spirit, I overcome every mental and emotional pressure to move against your word. My mind remains steady and established in faith. I stand firm, fully confident in what you've done. I remain in faith, in full agreement with your word. I refuse to be moved by emotions. I remain rooted in the truth. I am stable in your truth. Your word defines reality for me. I reject every lie, and I align my thoughts with what you have said. I wear the breastplate of righteousness, and I refuse every form of condemnation. I stand in the truth that I am accepted, and nothing can disqualify me. I walk in the gospel of peace, and my heart remains stable and unshaken. I do not react to pressure. I remain grounded in your peace. I take up the shield of faith, and I actively reject every thought that contradicts your word. I do not entertain fear. I extinguish it with truth. My helmet of salvation protects my mind with what you have already done. My thinking is aligned with victory, not with defeat. I take the sword of the Spirit and I speak your word with authority. Your word establishes boundaries in my life and the enemy cannot cross it. By your Spirit, I fight the good fight of faith and I finish my course. I do not fight for victory. I stand in the victory you have already won. Thank you for equipping me and establishing me in victory. Amen.